Get ready to have your mind blown by a 5-cent coin that's worth more than your car, more than your house, and potentially more than you ever imagined. We are diving deep into the extraordinary world of the 1926 S, 1918 D and 1937 Buffalo nickel's, a tiny piece of copper nickel that holds a colossal secret and represents a monumental opportunity for the discerning collector. Now, let's turn back the clock to the Roaring Twenties, an era of dramatic social and political change in the United States, a time of jazz, flappers, and burgeoning industry. It was during this period of transformation that the U.S. Mint facility in San Francisco, denoted by the small S mint mark, quietly produced a small batch of nickels that would, nearly a century later, become the stuff of legend. The year was 1926, and the coin was the iconic Buffalo nickel. The Buffalo nickel itself, struck from 1913 to 1938, was the brainchild of sculptor James Earl Fraser, a student of the great Augustus St. Gaudens, and was born out of a movement to beautify American coinage. Fraser sought to create a design that was uniquely American, moving away from the European-inspired classical figures of previous coin designs. On the obverse, the coin features the stoic, rugged profile of a Native American chief, a composite portrait Fraser created by sketching 3 different chiefs: Iron Tail of the Lakota, 2 Moons of the Cheyenne, and another unconfirmed model. The reverse proudly showcases a magnificent American bison, or buffalo, widely believed to be the famous bison named Black Diamond from the Central Park Zoo in New York. This design was an immediate artistic success, a powerful symbol of the American West and its native heritage. It was meant to be a lasting tribute, yet it suffered from a crucial, and for collectors, a very fortunate, design flaw. Fraser placed the date, 1926, in raised relief on the Native American's shoulder, one of the highest points on the coin. This high relief placement meant that the date was the very first element to rub off with the wear and tear of daily commerce, creating millions of dateless nickels within just a few years of circulation. This vulnerability in the design is the first major reason why the 1926 S is so intensely valuable today. The San Francisco Mint, generally known for its smaller mintages compared to Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver D, only produced a mere 970,000 Buffalo nickels in 1926. To put that into perspective, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 44 million that same year. Less than a million. This mintage figure is the lowest of any regular issue Buffalo nickel in the entire series, instantly making the 1926 S a key date and a foundational rarity. But the story doesn't end with just a low mintage. The coin's true value comes down to survival. Unlike some other low mintage issues that were held back from circulation, the vast majority of the 1926 S nickels were immediately released into commerce, primarily circulating heavily up and down the West Coast during the tough economic times leading up to the Great Depression. They were used, abused, and worn down quickly. This combination of low production and high circulation proved to be a numismatic bottleneck, meaning very few examples survived the gauntlet of the early 20th century in any condition. Even fewer managed to survive without significant wear, making well-preserved, high-grade examples nearly impossible to find. The ultimate scarcity factor is finding one in mint state, a coin that looks today exactly as it did the moment it was struck. Experts estimate that perhaps only a few hundred exist in all mint state grades combined, from MS-60 up, and the number dwindles to just a handful when we talk about the truly spectacular, top-tier grades. These pristine coins, often showcasing sharp details and original luster, represent the absolute peak of rarity for the entire Buffalo nickel series, excluding only certain era coins and overdates. They are a rare condition that numismatists dream of. This extreme scarcity in top condition, coupled with the enduring popularity of the Buffalo nickel design, drives the coin's staggering value. It is not an exaggeration to say that this 5-cent piece is a blue-chip asset in the world of coin collecting. The demand among collectors seeking to complete a set or own one of the greatest 20th century rarities is immense, pushing the market price for the best-known examples into an entirely different realm of finance. So, is it really that valuable? Absolutely. This isn't just a coin. It's a tangible piece of American history, a work of art, and a financial investment that has proven to appreciate spectacularly over time. It is a genuine numismatic treasure. The maximum value realized for a single 1926 Buffalo nickel in a high, uncirculated grade, specifically MS-66, is an astonishing $322,000, a world record auction price paid for a single 5-cent coin. Think about that for a moment. One small nickel, a coin that was intended to buy a pack of gum or a newspaper, commanding a price in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a jaw-dropping testament to its rarity and appeal. This coin represents the pinnacle of collecting for the series, a trophy piece that signifies not only wealth but a deep understanding of numismatic history and market dynamics. It's a key to unlocking the true potential of coin collecting. Even coins in a slightly lower, but still exceptional, grade like MS-65 have recently commanded values well over $100,000, proving that the $322,000 auction record is a powerful indicator of this coin's consistent high-end value. Now let's begin with the year 1918D. You might be sitting on a fortune right now, and the search for this extraordinary piece continues to fuel the passions of collectors worldwide. The thrill of the hunt is alive and well, driven by the chance to find the next 6-figure nickel. We're talking about a coin that has defied the odds of circulation and time, a survivor that has emerged as one of the most important rarities of the entire 20th century. Do you have what it takes to find its equal? Remember, the maximum potential value, a verifiable auction record, stands at an incredible $322,000. And as coin markets continue to appreciate, who knows what a new record might be. This is why you must subscribe to our channel right now. We bring you the stories of these hidden fortunes and give you the knowledge to find them. Don't let a fortune slip through your fingers. There has never been a better time to get serious about coin collecting. The 1926 Buffalo nickel is not just an investment. It's a legend, and the next discovery could be yours. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of treasure hunters. We're dedicated to showing you how to turn pocket change into monumental value. Your financial future could be in a forgotten jar of old coins. Imagine holding a tarnished piece of 5-cent history in your hand, a coin so rare, so legendary, that a single perfect specimen could be your ticket to a small fortune, selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, a true treasure hiding in plain sight. This isn't just a fantasy, it's the electrifying reality of one of America's most sought-after numismatic prizes, the 1918D Buffalo nickel. But this isn't the story of just any 1918D nickel. To understand its astronomical value, we must delve into the swirling confusion and frenetic production demands of the American coin minting process during one of the most tumultuous periods in world history. The year was 1918, and the world was gripped by the final, desperate throes of World War I, an era that demanded the full resources of the United States. Domestically, there was a massive economic surge, which, combined with the war effort, created an urgent and unprecedented demand for circulating currency, forcing all U.S. mint facilities to work at maximum capacity to stamp out millions upon millions of coins, including the beloved Buffalo nickel. It was in this chaotic rush at the Denver Mint, the origin of that crucial D mint mark, that a seemingly small human error occurred, the kind of mistake that today elevates a simple nickel to legendary status. The coin dies used to stamp the metal were required to be impressed multiple times from a master hub to fully harden, and between these impressions, they had to be softened in a process called annealing. In the haste of production, a working die that still bore the faint impression of the previous year's date, 1917, was inadvertently struck a second time with a master hub for the current year, 1918. This layering created a visible anomaly. The second, stronger 8 in the date was struck right over the first, fainter 7, the birth of the famous 1918 7D Buffalo nickel overdate. This flawed yet historically significant die, a silent testament to the wartime pressure on the U.S. Mint, was then shipped from Philadelphia to the Denver branch where it was used to produce an unknown, but undoubtedly small, number of these error coins before the die wore down or the error was eventually caught. The resulting coin is instantly recognizable to the trained eye by the distinctive flat top of the 8, where the underlying curve of the 7 is still visible underneath the final digit, a ghostly shadow confirming its unique and accidental origin. These coins were then dumped into circulation like any other 5-cent piece, buying candy and paying fares, their incredible secret hidden by grime and wear for decades. This is the kind of incredible backstory that makes numismatics so thrilling. But if you want to keep up with these treasure hunts and learn about more coins that could be hiding in your collection, please take a second to hit that subscribe button right now. It wasn't until the early 1930s, more than a decade after the coin's production, that eagle-eyed collectors, poring over rolls of nickels, first officially documented this astounding variety. By that point, the vast majority of the 1918-70 nickels had already been worn down by years of being spent, their precious date details often obliterated by the relentless friction of commerce. Its notoriety grew exponentially when it was officially listed as a major variety in a guidebook of United States coins, the definitive reference book for American numismatics, effectively cementing its reputation as a coin that collectors absolutely had to own to complete their set. This brings us to the core of its extraordinary value: rarity. While the Denver Mint's total mintage for 1918 was over 8 million coins, the number of the overdate variety is estimated to be only in the tens of thousands, and crucially, only a few hundred have survived today in mint state condition. The fact that the coin circulated for so long before its discovery means that finding an example that is still pristine, untouched by wear, is like finding a needle in an entire field of haystacks. The 1918 D Buffalo nickel is not just a rarity. It is a monument to a specific moment in American manufacturing history, an artifact of wartime necessity and human error, and this compelling narrative elevates it far beyond its 5-cent face value, making it one of the most important and coveted coin errors of the entire 20th century. Is it really that valuable? The answer is an emphatic, non-negotiable yes. Unlike common Buffalo nickels that might only be worth a few dollars, even circulated examples of the 1918 7D, those showing signs of wear and tear, can start at prices in the thousands of dollars, a remarkable return for a coin you might find in an old cigar box. From there, the value rockets upward based on the coin's condition, or its grade. The difference between a coin that is well-worn and one that is pristine, or uncirculated, can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. The less it has been used, the clearer the overdate is visible, and the sharper the details on the Native American chief and the American bison, the higher the price climbs. Now, let's talk about the summit of numismatic value, the ultimate prize for this specific variety, and the number you've been waiting for: the maximum price. A superb, virtually flawless example of the 1918 7D Buffalo nickel, graded as MS 67, sold at a major public auction for an astonishing $462,500. That is how high the ceiling is for this beautiful, flawed masterpiece of coinage. If you are enjoying this deep dive into hidden wealth, then please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel, because we are here to motivate you to check every single piece of change you come across. This coin proves that sometimes the biggest financial opportunities are not shiny new investments, but overlooked relics from the past, mistakes by the mint that turn into fortunes for the finder. The 1918 7D Buffalo nickel is a powerful symbol that in the world of collecting, an error is not a loss, but a spectacular, life-changing gain. It remains one of the greatest keys in the entire Buffalo nickel series, a coin whose story is as captivating as its value. So go ahead, start your own treasure hunt, because your next incredible discovery, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, could be just a nickel away. Now, let's step through the mists of time and uncover the remarkable history behind the most valuable version of the 1937 Buffalo nickel. An error so profound it became a collecting sensation almost immediately upon its release. The year was 1937, and the Great Depression still cast a long shadow across America. The Denver Mint, symbolized by the D mint mark, was hard at work stamping out the beloved Buffalo nickels, coins that had already been in circulation since 1913. These coins, designed by sculptor James Earl Fraser, featured a stoic Native American on one side and a magnificent American bison, or buffalo, on the reverse, a tribute to the American West. The standard 1937 D nickel was a typical circulating coin, but a dramatic and entirely accidental event at the Denver Mint in that year would create a handful of coins that would defy all logic and catapult their value into the stratosphere. The minting process is precise, but accidents happen, and in this case, a serious die clash occurred. A die clash is a significant event where the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin blank, or planchet, in between, leaving subtle, unwanted impressions of one design upon the other. To correct the damaged die, a mint worker, allegedly an overzealous or inexperienced employee, was instructed to polish away the clash marks on the reverse die, the die that struck the image of the bison. The polishing was executed with such fierce vigor, a nearly unbelievable level of overzealousness, that it didn't just remove the clash marks, it ground away an entire section of the die's design. The most noticeable casualty of this excessive grinding was the front right leg of the majestic bison, leaving it with a distinctly and shockingly missing foreleg. The die was incorrectly put back into production, an error that went tragically unnoticed by mint officials until a significant number of these three-legged pieces had been struck and, crucially, released into general circulation. This is the very essence of why this coin was made, and when it was a spectacular, unauthorized, and irreversible mistake in the final years of the Buffalo Nickel series, one that forever set a small fraction of the 1937 D mintage apart from the millions of its perfectly formed brethren. The error was first discovered and publicized by keen-eyed collectors in the Montana region within just a couple of years, and the legend of the three-legged buffalo was born almost instantly. The coin's immense value today stems from a perfect storm of factors. It is an immediately recognizable, major error that was created on the die itself, making it a true variety, not just a one-off mistake. Furthermore, because the error was caught and production from the severely damaged die was eventually halted, only a limited number were ever released, and of those, very few survive in the stunning, pristine, uncirculated condition that collectors covet most. Now, let's address the most critical question. Is it really that valuable? The answer is a resounding, definitive yes. This coin is not merely valuable. It is a blue-chip numismatic rarity, a cornerstone of any serious American coin collection. Its popularity has endured for nearly a century, ensuring continuous, fierce demand from dedicated collectors and investors alike. The max value for a top-tier certified specimen of this magnificent error coin will truly motivate any treasure hunter. While circulated examples, those that spent time jingling in pockets, can command thousands of dollars. The finest known examples soar into a breathtaking price bracket. A superb specimen of the 1937 D three-legged Buffalo Nickel, graded in peak condition, has the potential to sell for a maximum value approaching and even surpassing $100,000, a life-changing sum for a 5-cent piece. Imagine holding a coin worth more than a luxury car, simply because one man polished a die too hard 88 years ago. That is the gravity and excitement of this coin. So, as you sort through your collection or check that old coin jar, remember the incredible journey of the 1937 D three-legged Buffalo Nickel. Look closely, be diligent, and know that you might just be one lucky find away from holding a genuine treasure that can fetch a maximum value of over $100,000 at auction. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, and let us be your guide to finding these phenomenal hidden fortunes in American coinage. The market for this coin is robust, and as history continues to prove, coins of this pedigree and rarity only increase in desirability and value over time. This isn't just coin collecting. This is investing in a tangible, historical artifact that carries an unforgettable story. Every scratch and every sign of wear on a circulated example tells the story of its passage through the American economy during a defining era. But it is the pristine, untouched beauty of a mint state coin, where the bison's missing leg appears in all its unintended glory, that truly unlocks the maximum potential value. What an incredible thought! A single accidental slip of the hand transformed a common nickel into a rare masterpiece worth a maximum value exceeding $100,000. So, keep those eyes peeled for the D mint mark and that telltale missing foreleg. Your pursuit of numismatic excellence starts now. Don't miss out on future insights into coins that hold astronomical value. Make sure you subscribe to our channel immediately. This is more than a hobby. It's a high-stakes treasure hunt, and you are holding the map. Don't wait. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another video that could lead you to a fortune of over $100,000.